everybody. It's been a while. It's always been a while since I've made a video. And I think I say that in the beginning of all my videos. That's going to be my intro from now on. Hello, everybody. It's been a while since I made a video. um, so, I wanted to touch on a subject that's kind of been circulating over the internet, and I wanted to touch base on it from a neurodivergent perspective. And so I'm gonna give a neurodivergent perspective, my perspective, and just kind of leave it at that. So the topic is men helping with the home and the children and the this and the that. And so on one end, we got people making videos saying, they'll help, but then they help wrong, essentially. And then you got the other side that's saying, I shouldn't have to tell you how or show you how or make a list. And there's no middle ground to these. There's it's this way or it's that way, and there's no middle ground. And I'm here to create essentially a middle ground. And that middle ground is make the list. So yes, I get it. Making a list for your husband is essentially continuing to take on the mental load. It's that thing of, I might as well just do it myself. If I have to show you how or tell you how or make a list, I might as well do it myself. But let's put it in this perspective. Let's say you get hired for a job, but you're not told what your position is or even how to do your job. And you show up at your job. And a lot of jobs, you get trained to do whatever it is. You essentially work side by side with somebody who kind of shows you the ropes.
12:17 p.m.
And that's kind of how you get an idea of your job position and how to do it. So imagine that not occurring. You show up at this job, you have not been told what your position is or what you're going to be doing at the job, and you are not given a trainer. Are you going to really know what to do? Now, essentially, you're going to watch everybody else and fall in line with what everybody else is doing. But then the boss shows up and the boss tells you you did it wrong, or you're doing it wrong, or that's not quite what you're supposed to be doing. And this happens in the dynamic of when our husbands help. If they help blindly or by watching what you do and just kind of take it on, I'm not going to say 9 times out of 10, but I'll say 8 times out of 10, you're going to criticize the way he did it. He did it wrong. He messed up in some way. He didn't do it how you do it. And this happens all too often, and so men kind of shut down and give up because when they do help, they help wrong. And this essentially can be the case. How many times have husbands been sent to the store, told what to get, but you're not specific about brand, size, smell, or whatever it is that you're sending them for? You're not specific. You just tell them what to get. You send them to the store to get dish soap, but you don't essentially tell them what brand or what scent. And you expect them to know because they see what dish soap is in the house, or at least you assume. But then they go and they get the dish soap and it's the wrong dish soap, or maybe it's the right brand but the wrong scent, or something. So again, I want to say make the list. And where does this fall in with neurodivergency? Well, it falls in with neurodivergency because neurodivergents really need lists. We operate so much better on lists. And so, though your husband may not be neurodivergent and you kind of expect him to know the ropes of what to get done, just take it on a perspective of the job scenario I gave. And if he is neurodivergent, it's even that much more important to make the list. So what kind of list are we talking about here? I can't talk. Write out a list, make a list of everything you do on a regular basis, the time you do it and the way you do it, and also make a shopping list of brands, smells, scents, sizes. Go into great detail of what you buy on a regular basis, when you buy it, how often you buy it, and just make a very graphic, detailed list of your mental load and your physical load. A one-time list. You only have to make this list once. And what he does with the list is on him. Yes, okay. Making the list is part of the mental load. I get it, but you only have to make the list once. And then he can take things on with that list. And over time, your burden of the mental load and the physical load and everything else should subside. If it doesn't, you just got a crappy husband. But it should. And it's actually going to be so much easier for you to go ahead and make that list than it is for him to help and essentially, in your eyes, do it wrong. Like going and buying the wrong dish soap. Like now, essentially, it's not wrong. Dish soap is dish soap, but you're dissatisfied because it's the wrong dish soap. So, again, from a neurodivergent perspective of somebody who actually operates really, really well with lists and visuals, and having children that also need lists and visuals, look at your husband through the same lens. Essentially, yes, we should have husbands that know how to function with the housework and with children. They should know how to be a dad the way we know how to be a mom. They should know how to take care of a house the way we know how to take care of the house. But that's just not the case for all men. There are some men who that works out perfectly for, but not all men. So, yeah, make the list. Make the list.